How are you all? I hope you all are well. So welcome back again. So today we are going to continue our topic solution. In the previous video we have discussed some topics related to the solution. If you haven't seen that video, you can just click on this I button and you can just check. So in the previous video we have discussed about solutions and that how we can measure the concentration of the solutions. Different terms we have used. I think we have used molarity, mole fraction and molarity already. Now one term which was left that on that video that we are going to continue today, that is normality. So let's see what is normality. Normality means that number of gram equivalent of substance, number of gram equivalent of substance present in per liter of solution. Okay, that is a gram equivalent of the substance present in per liter of solution is known as normality. So basically we can say the number of gram equivalent, that is normality, which is already I told you that it is represented by capital M and is represented as number of gram equivalent of the substance divided by the volume of solution, and that too in liter. So that is going to be the formula for the normality. Okay, now how to find the number of gram equivalent? If you have to find the number of gram equivalent, then for finding the number of gram equivalent you have to divide the weight of solute with its equivalent mass. Okay, whatever the weight of the solute is provided to you, if you take the ratio with their equivalent mass, then you can calculate the number of gram equivalent. Like if you remember, when we calculate moles we can calculate by taking the ratio of given mass to the molar mass. Only here the difference is that given mass is going to be divided by equivalent mass. Okay, now the question is that how we can calculate the equivalent mass of the substance. So that will be differ for acid, bases and salt. But first we write the SI unit for the normality, because we are discussing normality here. So as it is gram equivalent, so gram equivalent liter inverse. Okay, that is going to be the SI unit for the normality, and you can also use capital N sometime, okay, to represent normality. So that is normality. That is how we can measure the concentration in terms of the normality, that is number of gram equivalent of substance present in per liter of solution. That is number of gram equivalent means the given mass of the solute divided by its equivalent mass. So now we are going to see that how we can find the equivalent mass of the different substance. Okay, now if you have to calculate the equivalent mass, okay, then for base, acid and salt, okay, these are the three kind of substance usually. So base, acid and salt, it is going to be different way. Like for the base, it will be the molar mass of the substance divided by its acidity. Acidity means number of replaceable OH negative ion, that is hydroxide ion or hydroxyl ion. Okay, in case of acid, it will be the molar mass of the substance divided by its basicity. Okay, for acid we use basicity, for base we use acidity. Basicity means number of replaceable hydrogen ion. Okay, when I am saying number of replaceable hydroxyl ion or number of replaceable hydrogen ion, it means when the acid is going to dissolve, okay, or dissociate, the number of hydrogen ion it is going to release, because that is the property of acid. Okay, same is with base. If the base is going to dissolve in water, whatever the number of hydroxide ion or hydroxyl ion, it is going to dissociate. So that is known as its acidity and basicity for the acid. Okay, now we move to the next one, that is salt. For salt, if you have to calculate the equivalent mass, it will be equivalent to the ratio of molar mass of the substance, okay, divided by the highest valency. Okay, like if we have, suppose, CaCl2, calcium chloride, this is just an example. In calcium chloride, the molar mass of the substance is going to be what? Calcium 40, chlorine 35.5, so 2 chlorine means 71, it will make it 111, okay, divided by the highest valency. So in case of the this calcium chloride salt, the highest valency is for calcium, that is +2, so that is going to be 2, so it is going to be 55.5, okay, so that is going to be the equivalent mass of calcium chloride. So that is a way of calculating the equivalent mass for base, acid and salt. Once you find equivalent mass, you can put equivalent mass here, and whatever the weight of the solute is given to you, you can use that to find number of gram equivalent. Number of gram equivalent will be divided with the volume of solution in liter. Okay, if the volume of solution is in liter, it's okay, otherwise convert it into liter by dividing it with 1000. Okay, so that is normality all about. Although these days we are not using, and you are not getting the question based on normality, that is, it is not in the part, that is not the part of the syllabus, but still you must know, so that's why I have explained it. Okay, now we are going to do some questions, that is a numerical problems which used to come from the molarity, mole fraction and molality. Okay, so let's start the numerical problems from this concept. Students, now let's start the numerical based on the molarity, mole fraction and the molality. Okay, already we have discussed these things, so let's start. Now whenever we are going to start any numerical problem, just read the question properly, because you have to identify that what things are given to you, and then what thing you have to calculate, and then you have to use that formula and then see that what are the things given to you. Okay, so like the first question is there, that is 7.45 gram of KCl was dissolved in 100 gram of water. So first we identify that what is solute here. So our solute is KCl and its amount is 7.45. So we have identified our mass of solute. Okay, then it is dissolved in 100 gram of water, that is our solvent, and it should be represented as WA. Okay, that is our solvent. Now you have to calculate what? You have to calculate molality of the solution. So like that I have identified. Now we have to write the formula first of the molality. Molality is represented by small m, so formula was WB, that is a mass of the solvent given, solute given, molar mass of the solute multiply by the weight of the solvent, that should be in kg, but if it is in gram, you have to use 1000 here. As you can see already it is given in gram. Okay, so let's put the value one by one. Now weight of the solute is given, that is 7.45. okay, then molar mass of the solute you have to find from its formula, like I am finding it separately here, like KCl, potassium is 39 and chlorine is 35.5, so that make it 74.5 gram. So we will be using it here, 74.5 gram, then multiply by 1000, okay, and then multiply by the weight of the solvent, which is given as 100. Okay, if you can see the value, it is coming same. If you divide this and solve it, it will be coming 1. Okay, so what is the SI unit? SI unit for it is mole per kg. Okay, so that is how we can calculate the value of molality in this question. That was very simple question. Okay, now let's move toward the next question. Okay, that is 11.11 gram of the urea was dissolved in 100 gram of water. Again the solute and solvent is given, so let's identify the solute. Solute is urea. Urea molecular mass is NH, molecular formula sorry, NH2CONH2. This is the molecular mass of urea. Okay, always remember. Then 11.11 gram of urea was dissolved. So this is our solute basically. So solute is WB. Okay, was dissolved in 100 gram of water. 100 gram is our weight of solvent and water is our solvent. Calculate the molarity you have to find, modality you have to find. Two things you have to find here. Okay. Now first we have to calculate molarity. Let's see. We will be writing the formula of molarity. You know the formula of molarity, it is represented as capital M. That is WB divided by molar mass of the solute multiplied by the volume of solution, that too in liter, and if it is not in liter we can use 1000. So here we are considering it in milliliter, but the problem is WB is with us, MB we can find from this formula, but V is not there, that is volume of the solution is not given. Okay, so we have to calculate the volume of solution first, that's only we can calculate it. So we know there is a formula, that is density is equivalent to mass upon volume. Okay, so basically volume will become equivalent to mass upon density. That is a simple formula we used to have. Now here we are considering the mass of the water and the density of what? Density of water only. Now mass of water is given 100. Okay, 100, and density of water usually we consider 1 gram per centimeter cube or 1 gram per milliliter. So if we divide it, the answer will be coming 100 milliliter. Okay, because volume will be measured in milliliter, as a density unit we are using is 1 gram per milliliter, as the mass is given in gram. Okay, so we can use the density unit as 1 gram per milliliter. So I am mentioning here that that is density we are using 1 gram per milliliter. Okay, so the volume is coming. Now all the things are there. One thing is left, that is molar mass of urea, that we can calculate from this formula. As you can see, 2 nitrogen 28, then 4 hydrogen 32, then 1 carbon 44 and 1 oxygen 16. So total molar mass of the substance will be coming 60. Okay, I am writing it like this to show you, you have to calculate it separately when you are solving any question. Okay, so like that we have put the value. Now we have to put the value like 11.11 divided by 60 multiply by the volume is 100, and as it is in milliliter it should be like this. Okay, so you have to calculate the value. It will be coming it will be also divided 11.11 divided by 6, so it will be 1.852. So it will be 1.852. Now what was the unit of the molarity? Molarity unit is mole per liter. Okay, so like that we can calculate molarity. Now we have to find this is our first part, molarity sorry, and now we have to calculate the second part. Second part was molality. So molality, the formula was again WB divided by MB multiplied by WA into 1000. Okay, like we did in the first question. WB already is given 11.11 divided by molar mass, which we have calculated 60. WA already given 100 again, and that is 1000. So if you see the same type of calculation, so it will be coming 1.852 mole per kg, because this is molality. So that is how we have calculated the molality and molarity when these things are given to you. Okay, now let's see the another, that is the question number 3rd. 34.2 gram of sugar was dissolved in water. Okay, so let's find out the solute, that is sugar, and that is WP. Okay, dissolved in H2O. H2O is our solvent. Okay, and it produces 214.2 gram of solution. Now here it is a different, it is not WA exactly, basically it is the mass of the solution they have given. Okay, so you have to calculate the molality and the mole fraction of the sugar. Okay, that is molality and the mole fraction of the sugar you have to calculate. Two things you have to calculate. Now for molality, if you write the formula of the molality, we know that molality will be equivalent to WB divided by MB multiplied by WA into 1000. Okay, if WA is in gram, which is there. But here WA is not given, so we have to calculate WA first. How we can calculate? This is the total mass of solution, okay? This is the mass of the solute. So if we take the difference of total mass of solution with WB, that is solute, if we subtract, we can get the mass of the solvent. So that is total 214.2 minus 34.2, so it will come equivalent to 180 gram. Okay, so now we know the values, we can put the values here. If we put the value here, we will find out that the total, if we put the value here, they find out that the value of WB is 34.2, okay, and its molar mass is sugar. Now sugar is C12H22O11. So if you calculate its molar mass, it will be coming 342 gram per mole. Okay, so we will be using that here, that is 342. Okay, then multiply by 180, that is the mass of the solvent, and 1000 will be there. So we have to calculate it. So it will be cancelled like this. So it will be like 2 zeros here, so it become 10 by 18, or we can write 5 by 9, or we can write 0.55. that is mole per kg is the molality we are having. Okay, so that is how we can calculate the molality here. Now we have to calculate another thing, that is mole fraction of the sugar. So if you remember the formula, XB we have to calculate, as they are asking about the mole fraction of solute. Okay, so that will be equivalent to NB upon Na plus NB. That is, you have to calculate the number of moles. Number of moles, if you see, I am writing it separately here. It will be equivalent to the given mass of solute divided by the molar mass. That is, given mass of the solute is how much? 34.2, and the molar mass is 342, so it will be coming 0.1. Okay, so number of moles of solute is 0.1. Now number of moles of solvent also you have to see. Now solvent, if you see, the solvent mass is given as 180. Okay, that is Na you have to calculate. It is given, we have the number of moles of the solvent as 180. Okay, and sorry, mass of the solvent is 180, and the molar mass of the solvent, that is water only, is going to be 18. So the number of moles will be coming 10. Okay, so when we take the sum as 0.1 plus 10, it will be coming 0.1 upon 10.1. Okay, so that is how we have to calculate the value of the mole fraction. So when you solve it, it will be coming 0.009 approximate. That is the mole fraction of the solute we are having. Now we know that if you calculate the mole fraction of the any one of the component, then you can calculate the mole fraction of other component also. But here they haven't asked. But if they asked, for that only I am solving it here. If they ask about the mole fraction of other component also, that is XA, then you can use the formula 1 minus XB, that is 1 minus 0.009. Okay, so it will be coming equivalent to what? 0.991. Okay, so that is how you can calculate this portion also, if this is asked. In this question it is not asked, but I am telling you, maybe they can ask. So like that you can calculate the mole fraction as well as the molality in this question. Okay, so that is a way of calculating it. Now if you have to, now we are going to solve the next question, that is you have to calculate the molality and of H2SO4 solution with density 1.198 gram per centimeter cube, containing 27% by mass of H2SO4. Now this is little bit different question. You have been provided with the density of the substance. If you can see, the density of the solution is given to you, okay, where they are saying that 27% by mass of H2SO4 is there. So if you have to calculate the molarity, and molarity, for molarity we require always volume. So we have to solve this question in a different way. First we are writing the formula of molarity, because we have to see that what is given and what we require. that is WB upon MB into volume into 1000. Okay, so that is the formula. Now we are not provided with the volume, we are not provided with the given mass, only molar mass we know because H2SO4 is given, so we can calculate. And we know that the molar mass of the H2SO4, if you are going to calculate, it will be 98 gram per mole. Okay, so these are the things. So how we calculate the other things? So let's use another method. Let the total mass of solution as 100 gram. Okay, we have considered that the total mass of the solution is 100 gram. Now when we know the total mass of the solution, that is 100 gram, then out of which 27% is H2SO4, so the WB is going to be 27% of 100, or we can say 27 gram only. So WB now we know. Okay, now what is left? Volume. Now again we are using a formula, density is equal to mass upon volume. So volume will be equivalent to mass upon density. Mass is 100 and density is 1.98. So this is going to be our volume, as it is given in gram per centimeter cube. So density, so volume will be also coming in milliliter or in centimeter cube. Okay, so that is in milliliter. Now all the values are with us. We can put the value here in this formula. If you put the value, WB is 27, MB is 98, volume is 1.98, and 100 will be going at the top. Okay, 100 will be here and 1.98 will be going at the top, and 1000 will be there because the mass is given in, volume is given in milliliter. Okay, so we have to calculate all these things. Coming 3.301 mole per liter. Okay, so now we have calculated the molarity. Now we have to calculate the value of molarity also of the substance. Now when we have to calculate the molarity, we should know the mass of the solvent. Now in this case the mass of the solvent is not given, so first we need to find the mass of the solvent, that is we need to find the value of WA. Now as already we have taken the mass of the solution equivalent to 100 and the mass of the solute we have calculated equivalent to 27, so it should be 100 minus 27, that is 73 gram. Okay, now we will be using the formula of the molality. I am solving it here, just see that. Now we have to simply put the formula of the molality, as already you know that molality is equivalent to WB divided by MB multiplied by WA into 1000. Okay, now we are going to put the value of WB, that is 27, MB that is 98, WA that is 73, and multiply by 1000 because the mass is given in gram. So after calculating it, it will be coming around 3.7 mole per kg. So that is how we have calculated the molality. Okay, so student, you have seen that these are the different type of the questions asked in a different way, but formula we are using the same. So once you know that what things which you are lacking in the formula, you have to calculate all those things first, and then you can put it in the formula and you can find the answer easily. Only the part is that the calculation part you have to do. Okay, so that is very, very important. So these questions are of molarity and mole fractions. So now we are going to continue for the next topic in the next video. So that is all for today. So subscribe my channel and share it to maximum. Bye bye.